Well, I can't.
And that's when he said, I got nothing, I'm sorry.
All the way?
Right.
All the way.
Okay, so with that, I think we're going to go to the group who are going and looking for Sophie.
Sophie.
So you go deeper into the residential area. It's very dark. There are these occasional people, like, walk past and notice you and, like, hi, what's going on? Do you know what's going on?
Go back to your quarters. They're figuring it out.
It's a temporary power failure. It'll be back on
Who
soon.
the fuck are you?
This is Mr. Rogers. He's here to assist us.
Leave and go on. You make your way through. Eventually you will get to your quarters, where inside you can hear... Hello? Anyone?
Can we get this open? I'm here, Sophie.
Oh, let me help.
Eva busts the door open.
Is it like robot strength, impossible?
Funnily enough,
Anything?
she's not a combat model, but she does have some good strength.
They were joking. He was joking. The cat wasn't in the corridor. There is a cat, though, on the show.
2 successes.
Happens to...
Yeah, just because...
Can't we cancel roll for it?
You know, daughter's there like, hi, what's going on?
It's all right. They've just had a.
Why is everything so dark?
They just had an issue with the lights. It'll be back on soon.
Okay.
You weren't too worried, were you? You know, it's like I'm gonna make sure to keep you safe in here.
Are there lights or anything in, like, backup lights or candles or anything like that in the...
Candles wouldn't be allowed, fire hazard.
whatever, yeah.
There'd be like a very faint
need
emergency lighting in the residential room itself for people, so they'd know to go to their rooms. But other than that, no.
Yeah, then I will be to Mr. Rogers. Probably best to keep her here. We usually tell people to go to their quarters.
Right. Yes. If we can get
Ready.
some lights in the place, so she can see what she's doing.
Well, you'll have to wait, like everyone else.
Oh, well, if there's any torches in the supplies or something.
As Mr. Kowalski said, they're limited, but they'll probably need those for the workers.
Okay. There's no candles. Or...
Definitely not. That would be a hazard.
True. That would be a bad idea. I guess pressurized environment. Okay.
Like it was just then.
These Lego Cup are really in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, remember, this is an entirely sealed facility. Like, it might be on a planet with an atmosphere up top, but you're down there. It cracks water using the fusion reactor into oxygen and hydrogen, pumps the hydrogen out and uses it for a few things. The oxygen is used to fuel the facility. Like, if you had a fire down here, there are oxygen lines.
I can see that he's kind of stressing out, and can I reduce his stress with my calming presence?
Whoa.
That's why we all came to space.
Yeah,
I would say, because you're in the residential area, and for you don't know if there's anything particularly worse or wrong right now, you can use calm presence on him. Sure.
Okay. It's basically once per turn.
A turn is 10 to 15 minutes, so you can spend a little time here just chilling out.
I can do this with another character who's at short range of me, and as long as we're in a safe place, and we currently are, and it's going to give them 1 plus their normal stress recovery.
Okay, so normally you'd recover 1 stress, instead you recover 2 on this little, like, calm time. And that counts for you as well, because you spend 10 to 15 minutes to calm and de-stress 1.
No, it says it doesn't work on myself.
Yes, but a normal de-stress is 10 to 15 minutes anyway, in a safe place, so that gives you +1 on someone else. You yourself would get de-stress 1, Sophie would de-stress 1, and you de-stress 2.
Okay.
I only had 1 to start with, so that's fine.
Okay, but, you know, still the calm presence helps this.
And,
you would have a little bit of time to calm down.
For the daughter, I'm supposing. So basically just, come in.
Oh, does it give an everyone, or is it just 1 person?
I don't know, I think it's probably 1 person.
Okay, double check the talent sheet, but if you want, she does a 2 stress. Whoever made sound, is that me? Why is it making sound?
You have the talent sheet.
Why are you not...
No, that's not a talent sheet.
Oh, do you give me the talent sheet?
Yeah, you kept it, right?
Oh, yeah, it was over there.
We gave it to you.
Okay, here it is.
But
Oh, that's a hazard sheet. No, I don't think I have
We
it.
got you.
okay.
I don't know how it got back to us.
For some
It
reason.
teleports.
It does say, in order to use this talent, you and any characters that hope to benefit from your calming presence must be in relatively safe place. You cannot use this talent on yourself. But it says once per turn you may reduce the stress level of another character within short range.
Okay.
I don't know if that means
So
another is
nowhere
one.
does it
One
say
other, probably.
one, but
It means one, but you can target Sophie because she's got 2 stress right now. She took stress when her dad left.
Ah, yeah. Target Sophie then.
okay, sure.
Okay, yeah, you spend a lot of time with them.
I guess I like
Sophie.
lean down and I'm like, Sophie, that was your name, right?
Yes.
Hi.
Everything's gonna be all right. Come on in here. It's kind of like, have you ever told stories at a campfire?
We weren't allowed fires on the moon.
It's so sad. I don't know. Whatever the equivalent would be to that, I don't know. Because obviously, I would say something that would be relevant.
Well, you didn't know she came from the moon. It's perfectly not to say that. She'd be like, we were in a sealed dome. It would be no.
But I know where I know where he came from. I know.
True,
where he
true.
came from,
Okay,
So
yeah,
I feel like I wouldn't say something that doesn't make any sense.
True. Telling stories around like a light or something of some kind. Sure.
Yeah. Okay.
Or like infrared heater lamp or something.
A blanket camp.
Blanket fort. Yeah.
Yeah, blanket
totally.
fort. She's like, how would we do that?
Okay. I've got a blanket.
Awesome. Let's go. And I kind of like help her kind of set up like a little thing on the couch, and we.
Sure. You spend a little time de-stressing and chilling, and everyone feels a little bit better. Like this is going to be completely fine.
Okay. But we all still do de-stress one, right?
Yeah. And she de-stresses 2, which means she's down to 0.
Perfect. Everyone's calm. Calm before the storm, right?
With her a lot chilled out after 10 to 15 minutes, what do you wish to do?
Right, I think, considering the lights are still out, we should probably get back to the rest of the team and see if we can do something about this, though we need to...
You can begin to smell kind of like a burned metal, burned rubber scent.
Santos did say to meet her in the lab. Perhaps I should go there anyway, even though the lights haven't turned on yet.
Yeah, we can see if they're there, otherwise we can
You're
head
welcome to
perhaps, but-
stay here with your daughter, Mr. Rogers, if you want, or Ava perhaps could.
I need to.
I'd be happy
I need
to stay
to do
here
my
with your
job
daughter.
here. Yes, yes, Ava. If you could look after Sophie, keep her safe, and once the lights are back on, you can contact us and we'll
Just
reconvene.
check.
But I need to be down there so I can do what I can.
What can you do?
Well,
Just gotta
management things.
Ava
Keeping
goes up
everything
to
in
one of
order,
the
keeping
suitcases,
everyone
opens the
calm.
suitcase, pulls out some socks,
Are you gonna do sock puppets?
makes like a little ball, very tightly bound of socks, gets another one. Different color socks each time, 3.
So she's juggling.
So he's like, can I do that? How? And she starts explaining how to juggle.
Perfect. That will take you some time.
Excellent.
And you won't damage anything with socks. Well, once you check them fairly hard.
Right.
Except they come with bars of soap in them. Well, that's a different type of situation.
Right. Let's get moving. We need to address this.
She picks up, grabs her things, and diligently moves forward and
Okay.
kind of guides Mr. Rogers. And as they're walking, she'll like explain stuff throughout the corridors and any information that she has as she's walking.
Sure. Yeah, you're not under pressure right now. You can take your time. You're not running or anything, right?
Run is probably walking at a pretty fairly fast rate for somebody in heels, and whether Rogers realizes that and walks at a fast pace or not and keeps up.
Do you want to
Sorry.
hurry, or are you going to be careful because it's dark?
Is hurry running or is that like
No,
a step
I'm
below?
not. I'm not running.
Yeah, like if you are
just
hurrying,
walking.
you are being a little bit
I'm
risky with
power
how fast you're
walking,
moving,
you know?
considering you can't see very far. And this place is not particularly well kept. The corridors aren't clear.
I'm keeping pace with the doctor, trying to get there pretty quickly because I'm like, this is getting more urgent now.
Well, we can turn that into a mobility roll then.
Okay.
Because there's 2 of you,
We're not gonna do well.
the lowest person rolls mobility.
I have a 3
In agility or mobility?
mobility.
I have a 2. in mobility.
The lowest dice pool.
Oh, I have a 6.
What's your full dice pool?
3.
Okay, roll 3.
I have a 0 in mobility, but I have 3 in
No, you don't.
agility. Yeah, I've got 0, so I've marked the base and then the
Oh,
dice
I
roll.
see what you did. Weird. That's a weird way to do it. So.
Oh, there was a 6 in there. 2 4s and a 6.
Okay, yeah, you hire it, and
Nailed it.
you manage to just about like
lucky.
dodge out of the way of the odd like metal stanchion that's being welded between two bits. Looks like it's like holding a bulkhead in that seems to have caved from pressure, but it's still being held in. You manage to just move around.
As I
pretty
walk,
quick.
I'm like, watch out.
Yep.
I just point things out as we're moving.
Oh, just be careful of that, and you like make sure. Yeah, cool. You make it to the entrance to the Weyland-Yutani Science Wing. For you guys, you only spent like 10-15 minutes talking with Sophie, so you probably get there a little bit before most other people. Actually, you'll get there second because they were closer. You have to go back through the residential section. So, you guys, you'll catch up, and you said, "The fuck," and then
Yeah, we're fucked.
carry on.
Yeah.
That was great.
I look right at Kowalski, and we are fucked.
But we
That's for different reasons.
but we have a plan. There's a secondary reactor, you said.
There's a smaller reactor inside of the lab that will
That'll
at least
help us
allow
out.
us to for a temporary option. But as it currently stands, the reactor has melted from the inside out.
What does it melt?
I don't know. It's built to withstand extreme amounts of heat from the core of this moon, and it has melted itself.
It's freezing out here.
So it's either hit with heat or something's blocking it?
I don't know that anything's blocking it. It welded together, melted, as if somebody put a direct amount of heat or some kind of chemical on it.
And is this the new one?
It included the new piece as well.
All right.
So we're headed to the lab. Did you get some light?
Yeah.
And precautionary measures?
Everything that's needed. Kind of like clap on the leg.
What kind of precautions are you taking?
She like slapped him back. She's like, don't look so scared. Come on.
Crack a light and
Yeah.
shake
Now,
it.
this is being hidden. You'd be fully aware, like it's a big magnum in all this stuff.
I was thinking
You're scared. You should not be calm. No.
No,
Very, very different.
Karen Roberts with you.
You make it towards the area of the Weyland-Yutani Wing. You notice that around here, it's much cleaner.
Yeah.
There's no graffiti. The doors up ahead look sealed with a red warning light over top, which is still lit, but it seems to be going off emergency power. It's kind of like that faded color.
Oh, okay. It's not like something's going on the other side.
No,
It's just,
no.
okay, no power. Got it. Okay.
But the red light seems to be indicating like warning, quarantine, safety, that sort of stuff. Like this is like a no-go area. It's a no. And as you're hurrying up, you hear behind you the clacking of heels being hurried, along with the footfalls of someone in like decent shoes, hurrying up. And you hear, "Oh, be careful over there!" As two people that you recognize as having left only about half an hour ago start to catch up.
When you say that it's a warning light, like do not enter that space, or it's just a warning for the facility
It's
in
a
general?
warning over the door, indicating the door
Has been
saying,
sealed.
"No, the door is sealed."
Is that normal when the power goes out?
Power normally goes out for a very short period of time, so you wouldn't know. Weyland-Yutani are very protective of their stuff, though.
We should know the protocols.
You might not know Weyland-Yutani's protocols for this section.
Bear, can you get this open?
Of course I can. Yeah, I guess I'll kind of go to crack it open.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
As you go up to this door, it's a big, like, set of double doors that you could drive a small truck through for delivering new parts and so on. It's pretty big, quite thick, and designed to, withstand some issues, including burst areas in the main facility that would keep pressure intact. So it'll be a -2 on your dice pool.
-2, even if I'm using the maintenance jack?
It'll be -2. Maintenance jack adds 1.
So
Or if you want to just go through the cutting torch, you can go through with a +2.
Again, cutting torch is permanent damage. We're not there yet.
Okay, so -2 + 1, so you lose 1 dice from your dice pool.
Okay. 1 dice from the dice pool, so 5, and got it.
And then
I had the
add your
right number to
stress as
start
well. Yeah.
with. Oh, right, yeah.
So
I got a 6 and a 6.
2 6s. Okay, so you succeed for 1 6, and then with heavy machinery, you get to stunt. +1 to a later related roll. Don't need to roll again for this exact situation. Half the usual time. Break it permanently. You act quietly. You show off. So you can quietly open the door. You could be able to roll. You could be able to break all very similar doors very simply, without having to roll, or you can do it very quickly in half the usual time.
I'm gonna do the +1 to a later related roll.
Okay, so for basically cracking like heavy machinery, Wayland Yutani related stuff, you'll be able to get +1. So you go through and you realize that this one is maybe it's not difficult to bypass as you thought. Like Wayland Yutani, you might dislike them as a company, but they make some very high-tech stuff that you normally get the older stuff. And as you go through, you're like, this is similar to an older model. They've just changed around the wires here, and they've put like an extra. The smell comes out, which is very much like an ozone, like cleanliness smell.
Oh, right.
Along with kind of this kind of acrid like smell of like chemicals.
As they walk up, the door now kind of cracked open.
And there's definitely like an air gust out because they overpressure the lab.
Don't get a lot of that smell around here.
Guess you could say certain parts of the station are accustomed to. Let's move forward, shall we?
Mighty fair to me.
We can hear and see them.
Yeah, you're all together.
And I say,
Santos, Kolsky, Peterson.
and I'm like, let's go. We're in a bit of a hurry.
That takes about 10 minutes to crack the door because it's quite big, but...
What's happening?
Yeah, what's
Did you
the
figure out why the lights aren't on?
what's the status here?
We did.
Shit's foobarred and we're trying to figure it out why.
Fuck! I like smack you hard on the arm. It's not something that can't be fixed. We just need some parts that, unfortunately, we don't currently have. So we need a temporary option for the reactor, which we are on our way to retrieve.
Let us see how we
The
can help.
reactor needs. I see.
I can also see what I can wrangle up on the dollars, but there's a whole bunch of gear there. I take away the old stuff, I bring you new stuff.
Let's just stick together for the
Spare
moment
parts.
because we may need to.
I'm just
move
saying,
this
for the
reactor.
future, that's an option.
Look, once
Also note that, by the way, in terms of Peterson's equipment, he has like a big, thick, chunky, like tough laptop type thing, which is like a briefcase. Some of you might recognize it, but you would. It is a portable uplink, which allows you to like remotely pilot.
Okay,
Shuttles.
cool. More than just shuttles, you can basically tap into most anything that has a brain mechanism.
That one is specifically designed to like remote pilot shuttles.
Cool.
Let's go for plan A first.
Planning. Once I get the reactor on, worst case scenario, then I can get you up the lift. But until
Under your
then, we're
hand.
stranded here. Trying to keep the
I see.
people safe. So why don't we keep it on the down low?
This is the first time seeing this room, right? Like seeing this like this.
Or not.
You would have
The
been
dark-
allowed in the
initial-
earlier section,
yeah.
like more the sort of the staff area, like some of the sleeping area. They have their own little bit here, but not the further bit for like the extreme research.
Yeah.
So you've been allowed in the close area.
Would I know where that
that?
reactor is kept?
No, you would not actually. You've not been allowed here, and they have been very, very secretive about how they are dealing with their equipment.
Do I
And they haven't
see
much talked to you.
anybody? This was it seemed to be under some kind of light quarantine, so people
As
might
you
have
look
left
inside, like
Be
you
like,
peer in,
"Hello?"
you shine a light in, make an observation roll.
Oh, okay, well.
Wait, I'll do that, or should just one of us?
Okay, who has the highest observation if you're looking in? The person with the highest observation rolls.
I have
That's me.
4.
Oh, I've got 3.
I have 4.
5.
Total
Never mind.
dice pool, sorry.
Oh, total dice pool for observation? I have 7.
7.
Damn.
4.
Damn, 4.
5.
7, roll that.
Okay.
Include your stress die. There's no there are negatives of 2 because it's dark.
got it.
Almost pitch black.
Got it.
So you're still rolling 5 dice though.
And
Plus
if
your
you're
stress?
stressed,
Plus my stress die.
Plus your stress.
I got a 6 and a 1.
One,
It's the one with
red
stress.
one.
No, it's not the stress.
Okay, it doesn't even exist on your dice, so don't worry about it.
Got it.
So you get 1 hit. So you look around. The instant the things you observe in the dark are very quiet. No one in here. You don't really hear anything other than a clack,
I'm gonna
clack,
um,
clack, clack.
I've been in here before. Is it normally that quiet?
No. There's probably in the region of 10, maybe 12 scientists who work in here at any one point. In the entire wing, admittedly, but normally you'd have like 1 or 2 at the front talking or in the rec room. From what you can see looking in, there's a pretty big corridor, still designed to carry like a loader or something through, that's kept pretty clear. And then off to the side, there seems to be like another room which seems to have big sort of plexiglass windows into it, which seems to be a rec room of some kind. There's, a couple of like plates in there, a little bit of food on the side. There's a kettle in there, which is just steam still coming out of it a little bit, faint, but it's there. And then off to the other side, there's like some offices and so on. And you see, some data slabs left out.
Do you see anyone?
No, I don't. But If there
Usually
were people,
there's
they left in a hurry.
usually there's 2 or 3 scientists in here.
They might have evacuated with the power failure.
I didn't really exactly have much of an opportunity to do that with any kind of fleetness. It just kind of sprung.
And the door was closed.
Look, you know that the
Is there another way out?
Is there another way out? Well, I don't
Is this the
know.
only way in and out of this sector?
I've never been.
As far as you're aware,
sector.
there's only this door.
Look, more than likely, they followed protocol, lights went out. Wayland Industries likes to keep their business quiet. Something like this could be everything from a robbery to an issue with the reactor, right? So they probably closed this section off to keep things safe. I don't have time to stand here and worry about them.
Let's just try to push for the reactor. I'm going to keep my observation up, and I want to crack. How many lights do you think I have?
Half dozen.
I mean, we've got pocket like lamps. And
Yeah, the
stuff.
pocket lamps, but
Little glow sticks.
do I have like a headlamp as well?
No, but you'd have the torch that you can put on your revolver if you want.
Okay. Can I move my arm lamp to my head though?
No, it's built into the clothing.
Gotcha. Then I will crack 3 of these lights and kind of lead them to the door, so we can kind of monitor the middle part of the room.
Is
And I'll have the torch on my gun.
is the reactor in the labs
I turn off the
responsible?
kettle.
It seems to be off. There's no power.
It has no power. So
Try
You
that.
said it was steaming.
Like, is
There's still a bit of steam coming out of it, but
Yeah.
it seems like it's cooled down.
Okay.
is the reactor in the labs responsible for powering the labs?
It's a backup.
It
it's
is.
for powering the whole plant.
Surely it's going to be in the lab, right?
No. There are 2 reactors here. There's a smaller one that powers this section specifically for the labs, and
It
then
was
there's
designed to power this section, but it's never been used.
it's never been used. And then there's the larger one. So we're simply looking for spare parts.
Right, I understand.
Or I thought we were looking for the smaller reactor.
We can turn that on.
for the
Yeah, if we
reroute it.
switch it
Spare
on, it
parts.
can run essential systems for the station. and
Correct.
we
Long
have-
enough where we can run a diagnostics
Gotcha.
and figure out what's actually wrong with the larger reactor.
All right.
Exactly.
So we're just gonna
We're
flip
gonna
switch
reroute.
then.
All right. Santos would at least have some idea that reactors have to be kept in a secure place, and they would not be anywhere near where we eat, where they're going to be running their lab tests, that it's going to be held farther in, correct? Like deeper into this section.
I've been in here before. I haven't been in the back, so it must be back there. I didn't see it whenever I was here last time.
Well, you work here. You can get us through these doors.
I don't have clearance for the other rooms.
We don't need clearance for survival.
All right, follow me then. And
Do I
she'll
have clearance for such things?
probably.
Clearance isn't exactly
You
the matter.
don't know.
We're about to find out.
In theory, you have access to the facility.
A door with no power.
In
is not
practice,
actually gonna recognize
you
your
don't
credentials.
try and get into a place without Wayland Yutani's permission in a case like this, because it would be politically very dangerous because they pay part of your salary.
Right, yeah, I'm like, you should be aware, if this is in the restricted section of the station, then we could all be in for some serious trouble if we're not meant to be in there.
So we're going to.
Perhaps they'll allow it to slide because we need this
We'll all be
reactor.
dead if we don't.
I'm willing to take a risk. Wayland, do not pay my bills.
While they're talking, I'm just like, how many hours do we actually have?
Funny enough, your ship parted by Wayland Yutani.
Yeah, this whole
They don't pay
operation-
most of my bills.
When I'm like, how
Yeah, you are effectively
much
a
time do we actually have?
freelance freighter ship that is owned and flagged under Wayland Yutani. Yeah,
Okay.
just a bit like the Nostromo from Alien.
All right.
Whatever. I still own a share in the ship.
You looked at me and asked me how long we actually have
Yeah, I'm like,
in quiet.
while they're all talking, I'm like, actually, how much time do we actually have?
People are just going to start to get cold and bad for them in probably about 4 or 5 hours, maybe a little less.
So Santos reaches down to a watch on her wrist. She clicks it, making note of about how long we've got and the 12 hours.
By now, the 12 hours will be down to about 10 and a half until, like, that's where it's going to get, like, starting to get very bad.
We're going to start getting cold real fast. All of us. That's the first step.
I'm still looking. I'm gonna find any
Yeah,
doors or anything.
I hope you would kind of be ahead
Yeah,
of us scouting. So we're going to need to get people together for body heat until we can get it back on.
Yes, gather them in the warmest parts of the station.
We have 10 hours before we have to worry about people dying.
And then I'm guessing that's when their conversation ends, and I follow him.
I do.
Actually, she takes off her heels and then follows him.
Okay.
I do have my Magnum drawn just because I have a flashlight on the end of it.
Yeah.
The safety's on, which that means that my finger is not on the trigger.
Okay.
You should never have your finger on
On trigger
the
when
trigger
trigger.
whenever you're holding a gun.
That's just good gun safety.
You should always be
Good gun
like,
safety. Don't point it at someone.
ever
Don't
have
turn the
your
trigger
trigger.
off. Don't turn the safety off unless you really, really mean to shoot it. And don't put your finger on the trigger until you really mean.
Well, the
to
gun's
pull
not gonna shoot itself.
No.
Jesus.
She stopped turning back. None of us are questioning that, Kowalski. Keep going.
I was saying out of character.
As we keep
not how you
going,
hold it.
my
Take
character.
For finding this kind of
Of course,
Mary Celeste kind of where has
Any kind
everyone
of attention I can
gone?
get at this point.
Everyone takes a stress point.
Okay.
Another stress point?
He's just trying to make our dice pool bigger, guys. It's all right.
Yeah, I got more dice. Yay.
Yeah.
Yeah, as we continue along,
But once you find out, like, okay, there's nothing going on here, like, it becomes a more safe environment. So,
yeah, as we approach, Rogers is like, well, considering the circumstances, I think they might allow it to slide if we enter the restricted area. Just go straight for what we have to go for, because the more things we look at,
After you, big guy, and I slap him on the back and push him forward.
can stumble forward. I'm like,
you stumble forwards to near where Kowalski is, because Kowalski was up ahead. Kowalski.
Back in the previous room where the kettle was, what you said there was food on the plates?
Yeah, but food on the table.
It wasn't finished.
No.
I'm gonna put my finger in the food.
Lukewarm.
Lukewarm.
Yeah, there's like a bowl of porridge there, like some breakfast.
Santos
What
is.
about the chairs?
Chairs, push back.
They weren't pushed in. They were clearly raised in a barn. A lot of them.
Yep.
Santos makes eyes at you, knowing that these people left in a hurry,
I'm on my guy's back because we communicate on a whole different level.
right? But we got to keep that shit on the DL because the last thing we need is a panic
Yeah.
aboard here. So,
Maybe the safety isn't on.
yeah, Santos watches him just click it off, but he tells everybody.
Yeah, you hear it. Clack.
It's
Whoa!
It's a Magnum, so it's just my finger going on the trigger.
Yeah.
I think
Oh, yeah.
in space gun, there'll be a safety.
Oh, you think? all right, a
proper
revolver. A revolver's gonna. That's well, yes. I'm for it.
Lauren's probably just like holding her high heels like she's gonna hit somebody with something.
Just shining. What as we continue forward? What are we gonna see? Like, what's this looking like?
I mean, you're leading. At that point, like, you get pushed forwards towards him. You see that as it goes on, it does start to narrow. There's a couple of these plastic but very realistic looking plants just placed around at strategic intervals, just kind of a bit further back, kind of equally spaced to try and make the place look a little bit more lived in, but it's probably a little bit like very corporate like structure of, yeah, that you go here for the maximum effect and here for the maximum effect and so on. There's a few motivational posters and there's like
For the
Yutani
function.
building better worlds.
I'm gonna kick a plane over. Bang! Fuck that plane.
Don't
do that!
it's best if we say we weren't. We best if we make it apparent that we weren't here, Kowalski.
Who's gonna say something?
I am.
We don't get plants. It's just plastic anyway. It's not like we gotta clean up dirt.
Can you two stop it?
No,
Whatever is going on
we
here,
can't.
we don't need it.
That's part of the problem. Is we can't.
Hello? As we kind of get deeper in, I kind of yell out, trying to make contact to just see if anybody's here.
Just ignore him, Peterson. I love it.
You get a little bit further forwards.
On you.
You start finding a couple of doors. One of them is closed, the other one also is closed, but one of them says extreme low temperature microbiology lab, and the other one says maintenance and facilities.
Microbiology lab.
Cold, you say cold. Are there suits? If it on the outside, like, is it very low temperature, meaning we would need to wear suits to go into it?
You don't know. There's no suits here. It just seems to be the first door.
The first door.
Microbiology lab.
Research.
Is this part like restricted as well? Like,
Yeah, there's like warning hashtag.
Any windows on doors and walls that we can like see into things, or is everything just like solid walls?
For security reasons and because it's like top secret clearance and so on, there is no windows into the top secret area.
Okay. Santa goes, just
All right, let's go.
maintenance.
right. She breaks out her cutting torch. She doesn't have a problem fucking their shit up
Is that
because.
necessary? Is there not another way in?
Are you going to question everything that I do?
Window or anything?
And she just like.
First thing that I question.
There's no
damaging
even like
the.
That would be a security issue, no.
Okay, then plexiglass.
No.
No plexiglass.
If you can see into a secret area, you can see
Because, yeah,
secret things.
It's literally a secret lab where nobody can go in. They don't have plexiglass, so they can view from the outside in a microbiology
Just
center.
go in, you can't see in.
They can probably see from the other side, but you can't see in.
Yeah, it's by cameras.
Cool. Okay, I break out my torch. I go not to the door, but to the wall, like a wall next to it, and I simply like hold it there so it pings in a very small circle, so I can get into. I want to see into the space.
Okay.
You be careful.
I put my eye to the damn hole.
Don't.
Okay, make a heavy machinery roll with your +2. Normally it's a -2 for these doors, but it's a +2 that it bounces out because you only go for a small hole. But you get a +1 because you related rolls, so +1 in total.
Okay, so I gotta do this. So this is heavy machinery. So there's 5 for strength.
This is how Ida lost her eyes.
5
So.
for strength. 3 for the heavy machinery. 2 extra for the cutting
get an
torch.
And 1 for
Nice.
related rolls.
There you get an extra.
Yeah, yeah.
And the 3 for stress.
As this is happening, I'm like,
This
I
is
can't
so many
guarantee
dice.
that the
That's actually
company
the
won't
scary part.
penalize
So
you.
many dice is the amount of failures.
All right, I got 1, 2, 3. I got 2 6s.
2 6s. No ones on stress.
No one.
No
oh,
one's-
yeah,
no
no one's
pliable.
on
No,
It's
no
a
one's on
normal
stress.
Okay, so 3 successes.
2 successes.
2 successes. So you pass. You also can stunt. Heavy machinery +1 related rolls. Don't need to roll for this exact situation. Half the usual time.
I'd like to act quietly.
Okay, quietly. You just turn it down to like a minimal setting and just start going. Moving it around very slowly, just to kind of heat it up and to begin to like get it to be pliable. Then you turn it up and just crush it in a little bit, and it just melts a little hole.
Perfect.
Okay, you look through.
What do I see?
It's dark.
Of course.
Yeah, perfect. I figured that was going to be the
Perfect.
case.
I do actually, I kind of tap. Hello, anybody in there? Any noise, sound?
Observation.
No response.
Great.
Don't worry.
I go down to that was the lab or the cold whatever lab.
Extreme low temperature.
Low
microbiology lab.
the low temperature lab. Thank you. And then I go. You said there was maintenance next door.
Yep. By the way, when you do that, there's a slight puff of air comes through, a slight breeze because it's overpressure in there.
Right, of course. Okay, well, pressure's
How many
always-
doors do we have?
As you look in, you can't really see much, but there's a second door which is for maintenance facilities from this area you're in.
Is that open or closed?
Close.
Yeah.
They're all closed.
So I'll do the same thing. I just need to make sure that there has been no additional breach or there's not been any kind of chemical explosion. Like she's looking for things like all kinds of things that could go bad in a lab area.
Yeah, so poking a hole in it is not.
Okay, well, if you want to like fully go for that, you can make an observation roll through the hole. It'd be limited because it's dark, but
My observation's not very great. I look at you.
Of course I will.
okay. In which case, you can make your observation roll. -2 because it's dark. -1 because you've got a limited field of view, so -3.
You got it.
Nicely done.
1 6.
Okay, 1 6. As you look through, you notice there seems to be a
Noise in the mic.
like a little anteroom. Like you can see little suits off to the side, which are these basically like little overalls with zips up the front and masks and so on, all put on the side. You can see that there's a small pile of them which seem to have been put on and then have fallen off. There's probably a good 6 of these, 2 on hooks, 1 thrown off to the side, like over a little bench, and 3 that have been piled up on the floor.
But nothing like hyper out of place.
Nothing hyper out of place. There's another door beyond. This one does have a little plexiglass screen in it.
Is this the maintenance one?
No, this is the low temperature lab.
So those would be the low temperature suits I was looking for. Yeah.
Yeah, they're just designed to be like a dust-proof suit and so on.
Sure.
Yeah.
I'm going to step in and say, I can't sanction looking in this particular facility. It sounds like the maintenance area is what we're going to find.
I'm gonna shine the light over onto the suit.
I think it's too late. They've already.
Look, it's just suits. I say, and I move to the
that
next side.
makes sense.
I'm not ready. Santos clearly has no interest in breaking in, or she would have opened that door already. She goes down to the maintenance closet and does the same thing. Hole, look in before we break the door open.
You said there was another door inside of this room?
So, basically the big room you're in at the moment, the anteroom with the offices and...
You know where you put the suits on and then you.
Yeah, this one is just a little anteroom off that. There's another door as well which leads into maintenance facilities that you haven't looked in yet. Do you want to put a hole in that?
Yes, I do.
Alright, same roll.
You did say that there was a mirror, or not mirror, but there was a
3,
glass there.
1, 6.
There's glass in the next door, which because it's the anteroom, like where you put on
gotcha.
suits. There's a little glass in the next door.
That was a lot. Those are some ones. I did get a 6, 2 6s.
Two
Sorry.
sixes.
I would like to do the same thing again.
Quietly.
Do it quietly.
Cool. You just do the same thing again, very easily. You put a little hole in, then there's a little bit of a puff of air, this time a little bit more acrid, a little bit more like chemically.
Yeah.
And the puff of air just comes out, and you can make an observation roll if you want, or you can get Kowalski to look.
Let me take it. Let me take this one. I just got a weird feeling about it. Just let me take it.
She kind of backs up. She's like, I did my job.
Okay.
Still with the same minuses?
Still same size, same situation.
Lots of ones, but none on stress. I got a
You
6
got
on
your 6,
stress.
so you look through. In this one, you see that the next door is down a little corridor, is open. There's a corridor with a few rooms off to the side, and you can see one that says containment facility.
It's a containment facility.
And you also see like a few others that say like main computer terminals, maintenance, access passages.
If you whisper that out loud, I would know this is where we need to be. Santos would.
Okay, then I'll say containment.
This is it. I'll go over with the maintenance check this time and actually pry the door open.
Okay.
Could I look through that little window that you were talking about?
No, because it's about like 4 meters away, a small plexiglass window through on the anteroom on the other side where you can't really shine light through it. You can just like see there is a little bit of plexiglass, but it's dark on the other side.
If he keeps trying to look, I'm like, that is not what we are here for. And
I
I
frankly
cannot
don't give a
sanction-
shit what you think.
Can we stay focused?
Let's just make sure that we can get through this. If there's something else that can benefit the safety of the people that I'm operating with,
roll it.
that matters far more to me than the policy of whaling you time.
Gentlemen,
That facility has nothing to do with what we're here for. We're here for the reactor, which is almost certainly in there.
Well, you should probably pay attention to that then, shouldn't you?
We're all here for the same purpose.
I got 1-6.
1-6.
This
No
one
stress
is
fails.
no stress failures, so this would mean not quiet.
There's that. The door very loudly gives way as you go through a couple of couplings that have locked it in place, and it. Bang!
Excellent.
As you find your way into the maintenance facility. As you go in, the corridor is very evidently similar to outside, but this time a little bit more sterile. Maintenance facilities to you would not normally sterile. This one, though, is very much clean. As you look around, you see somewhere else on the distance marked maintenance, and there's a few marked passageways, hatchways, this way to the computing core, but there's another one that's marked quarantine and containment, at which the door is open. The doors from here all seem to be open.
Including the one marked quarantine.
Do you mind? This is the moment where Santos, she puts out mom arms. She's like, wait. This is what the marshal's for.
Do you mind? Can I?
Put your sass away.
Sorry, I'm all sass. Sass and
Of course
salt.
he might.
Yeah, except when it counts.
We
Sass
just
and
need to
salt.
get the reactor. The more time you spend anywhere else, it's harder for me to justify as spending the time in here.
That word don't mean shit to me. I advance forward.
Okay. As you go forwards, you notice that the corridor goes on, like I said. Off to the side, the first door you come to would be probably a little lobby area with some lockers. There's also an area with little booties and so on. And there also seem to be, I think there's probably one long baton of some kind there. There's a holder with probably 5 other slots.
What is this baton?
It seems to be some kind of like shock prod or something.
I'm gonna grab it.
Sure.
And do I feel any kind of switches or anything like that?
Yep. And you have
What do you find?
tasers on the end.
I light it up so you can see the zap.
You don't think you'll need that?
I don't know what the hell it's here.
It's a stun baton. You have a stun baton. It's a close combat weapon. You can just pick it up.
Sure hope we don't need it.
Well, 5 of them are missing.
What?
I thought we weren't allowed to have weapons.
I'm the only one that's supposed to have weapons.
This facility is a separate endeavor within...
What do you need weapons for?
I don't know, and I'm not meant to know, which means we shouldn't find out. We should just get the reactor
I'm
on.
gonna advance.
Do you know, though?
No.
Gentlemen, let's continue.
Which way do you want to go in particular?
Where I'm not supposed to go.
Oh, that means you're
Containment?
You're going. Okay, that's a question. Are you going back or are you going into quarantine?
I want to... Yes, both.
Okay. The room that says containment and says quarantine facility.
Well,
I just
are
want
we
to like...
going? Is he going somewhere where we're not like where we don't think the reactor is?
Presumably not.
Where are the rest of the scientists? What do you...
These are questions that I can't answer at the moment. Yeah.
We should be exploring.
Rogers, we need more brains on this. We can't just leave it entirely up to...
I just need to find the reactor. Would the reactor be in quarantine?
Unlikely.
Unlikely.
But why quarantine containment facility would be inside a place marked maintenance, you don't know. That seems weird itself.
Perfect. Ignore. We have to keep moving. You said there was like another one labeled maintenance, or like where the computer hub is.
He's trying to get into the containment room.
Yep.
Are you just going?
I want to see, like, what does the situation with the door look like?
I just want to stop
The door is open.
The containment door is open.
Yep.
I'll back you up.
Can I just take a look?
We don't have a lot of time.
It takes a second to look.
Depending on what you see, you may not be able to keep
What if there's a
operating
man
on this
What if there's a
station.
man in there dying right now? Do you want that
Hello,
on your
is there anyone in
conscience?
there? I just yell.
Okay.
I don't think there's anyone in there.
If
There
they're
was.
dying, they ain't gonna be replying to you.
Have you ever heard anyone that's been hurt? They make
Yes,
a lot
I
of
have.
noise.
I'm gonna walk. Okay.
I'm gonna grab his arm.
If he starts
Not
stepping
hard,
in, I'm
but-
like, now hold on right there.
Do you stop?
I'll hear him out.
Okay.
I'm
Like
looking.
I said, you're putting your job on the line here. You're putting my job on the line here.
I have been here for 5 years, and I've not wanted to be here for 6 of them.
Well, you're not gonna be here for much longer if we do not figure out.
Hell yes, I'll get stationed somewhere else then.
No, you're going to be dead.
Okay, I've been here 20
Why
years.
would I be dead? Is there
Because we have 9.5 hours to
Kowalski.
figure out how to fix the situation.
Kowalski, listen. I need you to take these lovely people back with everybody else. And we need to get them together in a singular place. Do you understand? I am going to find the reactor and turn it on.
Vera, I don't think I can leave you alone down here.
I'll help.
It is very cold here, by the way. You all now know that you are very cold.
I know some maintenance. I can help. I'm good with computers.
If there is some kind of breach, I need for you to keep the people safe. Do you understand?
I want to keep the people safe as much as I possibly can,
Then you can't worry about me.
but I have to. It's my job as the marshal.
And my job is to get the reactor. And currently, all 5 of our minds are keeping us from the job at hand.
Then find
That's
the
what I'm
reactor.
saying. We need to stop whatever this is and move on.
Find it.
I will.
I don't even know what the
Right.
hell I'm looking for.
Exactly. That's why you should be walking.
We have
in there.
children aboard this ship. We have people that need help.
Am I the only one here that realizes that we're just arguing semantics over the fact that your marshal, your gun-toting psycho, doesn't know what the fuck he's looking for, except for the scientist that might know what we're looking for?
All right,
She's right.
I think we have our plan. The 2 of you, you go find the reactor. You look at nothing else, you touch nothing else, you just find it, you switch it on,
reactor.
and then we're good. The rest of us, we can leave, start sorting out the facilities,
Tell me, what am I
getting
looking
everyone
for,
together.
Vera? Is it a box, a case? Am I?
If you find the reactor, I mean, I don't know how large this reactor is. This secondary
It will
reactor.
presumably be somewhere in the region of 3 meters in diameter, give or take a meter or so. It's a smaller one.
Okay.
It's also more high-tech and much newer.
It's going to look real shiny. And you'll know it when you see it. It's going to be significantly smaller than Bertha. All right? If you see it, you can come get me. Until then, I need you to get them and the rest of these people into a space together. Do you understand? Because we're going to start getting cold real fast.
I'm gonna help find this.
Find what?
Whatever it is that we're after.
I'm not after anything but a reactor.
That's what I'm
Kowalski.
looking for too.
Then do me a favor. We're going to double our efforts.
That's right.
Take
You go with those 2 right there, and I'll go with the other mechanic.
that man don't know a reactor like I know a reactor.
I'm
But he at
not
least
saying
knows
I
what he's
know
looking for.
reactors.
Right.
I know computers. I can get it rerouted so that it powers the main facility.
We just gotta find it. Let us find a Vera.
Let's move.
Move
We're trying
where?
to mess
There's
with
a,
our, we're
there's
trying
a
to mess with
maintenance
the- okay,
facility.
we got
Where? You said there are 2 separate areas, correct? That we haven't gone to.
Yes, so there is the microbiology lab, which you backed
Microbiology?
away from. You've cracked the door into the maintenance area that's
Sure.
at maintenance, and as you're now in the corridor, you have a corridor off to the side of you from that corridor, which seems to be an open doorway that says containment facility. Further on, there is one that says maintenance and one that says main computing. You can also see, now you're kind of here and you've spent a little bit more time wandering around.
I thought we explored, I thought we only had 2 rooms. It feels like there's so much more now.
It's going deeper.
yeah.
Like
Yeah,
we're just
there's-
getting deeper, and that's what I'm trying to
And
say.
now if you're spending a little bit of time here, you see in the wall opposite, there's kind of a big, weird indentation where the metal seems like there's a sliding panel that is just recessed a little bit.
I'm gonna look to Mr. Rogers and be like, How about that leadership that you were talking about?
Yes, I think we all need to stick to our actual roles here. We have a reactor technician who knows what a reactor is going to look like. They can have the help of the mechanic. You have that kind of skill as well.
Expert.
You are the best ones to find the reactor. Meanwhile, the marshal and the administrator and the doctor can go deal with the people back in the rest of the facility who are going to need marshalling and administrating and probably also require some medical
I put a
attention.
very quaint hand on your shoulder and I say, Erica, the people, they trust you. And with our current guest, it is going to get heated very quickly.
I understand.
Do what you do.
Be careful.
I always am.
You
All right.
trying to pull rank there?
Yes, I think we have... Probably just make a command roll, depending on how it
I was about to say, you don't have to make it on. I am 100% behind what
What's
you're
the talent
saying.
thing? Talent thing, please.
I think the only one that wouldn't maybe is Kowalski.
Yeah, I was about to say, Kowalski's the only one. I'm 100% behind you.
I am too.
Okay,
And
so
like, it can be a command roll, or I guess if Kowalski says it can be a manipulation roll.
You can be a suck my unit roll.
Okay, so you're
no,
going back to
command works as a pull rank. Like you can command someone to do something, you tell them. That's your pull rank.
I think you're pulling rank right now.
Okay, I'll go with the pull rank.
Kowalski's got personal feelings in the matter, and there isn't anything that any station or rank is going to be able to do it, unless, of course, there is some game mechanic that trumps his personal feelings.
Yes,
Well,
which is
like I said earlier, there is command mechanic, which is his rank is in charge of area. So
he
you
has to roll
have
for
make a command roll, you make a manipulation roll as a resist. I'll give you +1 because you're technically only semi in his command, but his pull rank is a talent that applies.
Okay, my command is 8.
Oh, damn.
Oh, there's a bunch of
Okay,
crop dice. Let's do
Yep.
those again.
Here we do those.
Not looking good.
No successes.
I totally fail.
Okay.
Totally fail. Any stressed out ones?
Nope.
Okay, in which case you come across, you try and say this, but you're shivering, your teeth are chattering as you do it, you can feel bone cold, and you stutter over your words. You're headstrong. You see this area ahead of you, and you said you want to explore it, and he's saying you should go back. The other two, it does seem like a good idea, and they kind of agreed. You didn't really oppose the
No,
plan, right?
I'm-
You head up.
Do I notice the cold and him shivering?
Yeah,
Look,
you're all kind of cold and shivering. It is bone cold right now.
Rogers,
see my breath.
Yeah.
I appreciate your position. I understand what it is that you're trying to do here, and I know what you're trying to do for the people here. But I also understand that you're not going to be able to operate under much of these conditions. And forgive me for calling it like it is, but
I'm actually cold.
I'm fairly weathered on this. It doesn't look like you were built to handle it. Take Miss Moran upstairs and speak to the people.
I step very much into your bubble, in not a threatening way either, and put a hand on Kowalski's chest. And I lean in for a quainter conversation. And Vera simply says, Kowalski, this is not the time for personal feelings. Tomorrow is tomorrow. And she kind of like nods at you as, you know, that's our time. And she's like, we can't get there. We don't get there today.
Me going upstairs ain't gonna make a difference, Vera.
It will for the people.
You think it's gonna make a difference for the people when I've already thrown half of their asses in jail?
For JT.
And I have my gun out?
Then don't have your gun out.
I can't see. Vera,
Kowalski.
just let me look. Me looking ain't hurting shit.
Okay.
We're wasting
All right.
a lot of time.
Okay. We'll stay here. Scout it and come back.
That's all I wanted to do.
And
the
then
whole
you will
time.
escort our lovely guest and the doctor upstairs.
After I'm satisfied, I will walk their asses to a different moon if it makes you happy.
Thank you. Before you go, Light, she wants a stick for everybody.
Yeah,
You've got 3 left.
okay, then
Oh, I thought you said we had half a dozen.
I've used them.
You used 3 of the
Oh, right, we dropped them behind us.
I track the rooms.
Yeah, just leave us with one then.
Yeah. So then I still have 2 on my person, and then I've got the one on my arm and one on my gun.
Yeah. You crack the little glow stick. It provides a little bit of light around you. A little bit more that you can wave around and direct more than the one on your arm.
Before he walks in, I'm like, Moran's just like, Kowalski, be careful.
Right, I should be fine.
Oh, I snatched the baton from you. That's mine.
You know?
Is that for tomorrow?
Only if you want it to be. Now get.
It's a little pep in the step.
Yeah. She zaps him on the
Erica
hiney.
blushes.
Just kidding.
So, you two are going further into the maintenance area of the main computing core. You two people?
We're waiting.
You're waiting
we're
or
all
going
waiting.
down?
No, we are all
waiting.
holding
Okay.
here for him to
You're holding
scout
him.
ahead, and he will come back.
And you're scouting in the...
Quarantine?
Quarantine?
Yeah.
Can't we just go?
I've got my arms folded and like not looking happy, like
Okay, you
depending
go
on
into
what he
quarantine.
sees in there.
You're going to debate this while he's in quarantine.
It's not just quarantine. I would think it would be maintenance and everything.
would.
Like he's the
Admittedly-
next 2 doors.
I will ask if I can get a separate pair of eyes, someone that can help me identify what I'm looking for in case I just happen to miss it. Even if it's
We'll
the
just-
pilot.
Well, split up. Just take one each, or I'll go with him. Or let's move. I am freezing my ass
It
off.
won't be but a second. Be right back, I promise.
I
Our
don't think
features, let's
either of
go.
them know what they're
Okay.
looking for. I think it should be you.
They're not looking for the reactor. That's not what they're looking for. Scout, come back.
Okay.
If there are problems, your ass is a grass. Got it?
Holy jeez, a lawnmower.
Okay.
If someone's hurt, come get us. You might not be able to move then.
Immediately.
You move further in. You find yourself, the next little set of doors seem to be a pretty large anteroom with a strange cart that seems to have straps on it. Little cage as well that seems to be kind of deformed. And the door up ahead is in place, but melted.
Melted.
Yeah, there's a hole about a bit bigger than Kowalski melted through it.
Does it seem to be like a torch went through it? Or something a bit more...
Melted in the entire chunk of the door is melted.
What sort of hot things you got around here that do that?
Nothing that I'm aware of. But
Apart
it
from
does
that
look
woman
warm.
you got.
She's a lot hotter than you know. She'll melt my ass much like this if we don't hurry back.
Well, lead the way then.
I'm gonna shine...
Or do I want that?
Cool. Make an observation roll. Minus 1 because you've got your torch.
Got it? 1 success. I can't believe I'm only turning up 1 success every time.
Okay, 1 success. As you look through,
Better than none.
Yeah.
you see a big dissection room. It seems to have tables. There's some plastic sort of wrap in several of the places. Big spraying apparatus and some sort of like almost like butcher's shop type hooks and stuff on top, which seem to go around some sort of mechanical like gantry system. Further on, you see a big window into a darkened room that is very hard to see through from your position. There seem to be some kind of like weird deformed carrier bags on several of the tables.
Carrier bags?
Kind of weird and deformed. You have to get close to really tell, but...
Can I get a size?
Human torso?
Gross.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just start wandering the perimeter of the room, very carefully looking
Those
out.
look like... Those look like...
I think
know.
I see where you're going, and I move over and I poke it.
What's the situation look like aside from like are there chairs knocked over? Is there glass? What am I? Is there anything that
Is there
might look like a
disarray?
sign of struggle?
You'd have to move a bit further in, but you just take like 2 steps will get you like further enough in. You look around, you can see that there seems to be like some sign of blood along one edge that you can't really see very easily around the side of a table. You can see there seems to be a few knocked over items in here. Like there's a tray of Petri dishes that seems to have fallen off and been smashed on the floor.
Any batons?
No,
I need that
No
baton.
bodies.
no.
Shit.
Well, there ain't no one in here except
Can I use the room with the glass with a? Can I just want to wait for about 20 seconds watching like just the room? Just to see
It's a pretty
anything.
large room. Like it's maybe like 4 to 6 times the size of this room, so it doesn't react well to light.
I'm
being
looking for
anywhere.
subtleties.
Sure. I mean, carrying over because you observed the room before, the one. You can't really see through it from here, but you see no definite signs of movement that's obvious. It might just be that you're too far away. It might be that the light is at an odd angle. It might be there is no movement in there, but it just seems to be dark in there. And being unlit doesn't really help.
Door?
There is 2 doors, one of which is slightly bigger, one of which is slightly smaller, both of which people can fit through.
Blood on the door.
No, but the
Blood on the floor.
The smaller one is open and melted. Open and melted. Like one of the doors is open, and then the other one is kind of melted in position.
Observation?
Only if you get close and the circumstance changes.
I will.
Okay, as you move into the room, okay, you move into the room closer towards this, and there's a slight scuttle, and before you can react to it, a thick leathery tail, segmented, drops down behind you and clasps around your neck, gripping tight. Something clamps onto the back of your head and starts to scuttle around. At this point, I have to roll a d6.
This is where shit gets bad.
You didn't give
I
me the
have, let's see here.
Nope. I kept
Since
the
my hand's been
count
out in front of me, can I stop this?
No, it's a surprise attack. They passed their stealth check more than your observation. The neck, like the tail, grapples around your neck, and you are choking. They suffer the effects of drowning, must make a panic roll. So if you can roll me a d6 and add your stress.
Yeah.
Boy.
Just wants to give you a hug.
So a d6 and then, so 6 plus 2. Right.
So 6 plus 2, 8. Tremble. You start to tremble uncontrollably. All skill rolls using agility suffer a -2 modification until panic stops. As it grapples around your neck and you begin to choke, that instant like panic kicks in. Like you cannot breathe. Your airway is gone. You didn't even take a breath in before it happened. You didn't have a chance, and you're kind of like running on almost no oxygen in your lungs. You feel yourself tense up, that fight or flight response kicking in, and you start to tremble. Your hands shaking a little bit. Whether it's the fact that you've had a long time out of combat, a long time before you've seen a fight, a long time before there's been any threat.
Yeah.
You're caught off guard. You suffer -2 until the threat passes to agility rolls. With that, we're going to draw initiative, and I will need a pack of cards, which I left upstairs, because Alien RPG uses cards for initiative. I'll be back in a second.
Perfect. Actually, we'll have a chat while they just...
Yeah, other people...
While they die,
Just like-
as they kind of walk off, I turn with the cattle prod in hand.
We should leave them alone.
We're not.
We're not that far.
They're just around the corner.
Yeah.
We're just staying here.
The chances of you guys hearing this happening is so high.
Yeah.
I know, but this, she can still ask this question.
Yeah, this is kind of before. So I actually turn to Rogers, and I say, it seems all too coincidental that today is the day that things go askew.
Yeah.
I have been on this rock for 20 years, and I've never known what is behind any of these doors. I would never question it. But whatever was in quarantine has a good possibility that it is now out. And everybody aboard this ship, whether it is a living thing,
Colony.
a virus, aboard this or on this colony, whether it's a virus or a creature or a person, are now in danger. The secrets that are being kept have put us all at risk.
If you think I know them, I don't.
I
That's how
don't.
this works. They've
But-
got their projects going on in here, and my job is not to do anything about these. It's just to make sure the facility
is
as a
your-
whole is...
Is functioning,
And yes, now it isn't.
and more importantly, you report back, right?
Yes.
Then do me a favor and let them know that it is not us or the colony that is having the
Pick
issue.
an initiative card.
All right.
Me too?
You are in the
We
room.
have power.
Okay.
We get power.
More importantly,
get-
you get home, which is where you will go as soon as power is on.
Okay.
I think perhaps I will.
I'll hopefully we make it out.
We're making it out.
With that, we go back to combat. What initiative did you draw?
that. They're not.
6, 8. Right, it goes in ascending order. So 1 goes first, followed by 2, 3. 3 is me. So I'm going to check the condition for drowning real quick.
Drowning?
Do you have the thing?
Suffocation is the same as drowning. I think they just called it drowning for some reason.
Yeah, I thought you had the
Drowning in alien spawn.
thing.
Yeah, I guess.
The prop.
Oh yeah.
We have a
I
prop.
was waiting for it.
Also,
Oh, we have a prop?
Close your
as
eyes.
this happens,
Close your eyes.
you need to close your eyes.
Hey, what the heck? I thought you were
There you
That's
go.
not how it works.
Oh, it's supposed to be on his.
No, it's not his face. It's grappling him. It's trying to get to his
Trying
face.
to get to his face.
Okay.
It's on his neck, technically. He getting
Yeah.
some nookie.
little friend.
Okay.
The camera needs to see its face.
Yeah, you need to show its face.
But it doesn't sit properly. Oh, okay, there we.
Oh, that looks
Aw.
inappropriate.
That looks very inappropriate.
Okay, it's
Feeling
just
happy?
on your turn.
That's what I get when Star Games lose to a fucking baby squid thing.
But you're a champion.
Okay, its tail flicks back and forth as the main bit is now tight around your neck. The tip whacks back and forth at your face. It makes an attack roll.
What was the last thing you just said?
Tail whacks back and forth at his face.
I
Dick
said-
slapped me.
I thought you said the tip.
It's just with its dick.
And it completely fails. Like, you manage to move your head to the side, the tail's whacking back and forth, you're trying to push it away as you panic. It doesn't actually hit you. That makes it... Who was next in initiative order?
I was 6.
6, you're up. You can't really see what's going on very easily. You can see that Korski's flailing.
I'm gonna.
You can make an observation on your turn if you want to. You have a... So the way it works is you have a
This was a
fast
hug.
and a... You have a fast and a slow action. You can use as you wish.
Okay, I will take my turn to observe and figure out what the hell is doing and what.
Make an observation roll. -1. It is somewhat lit by his lights on himself, although not directly pointed at it.
I got 3 stress.
The way is lit.
Oh no, 4. Okay.
Fuck it up, Dirt.
Too bad
Not with
Santos is
that.
not there.
Oh,
You
no.
don't.
You said fuck it up. I didn't get any successes, so really.
Yeah, there's lights flaming around.
No one's
The
the most
torch
generic
is
roll ever.
lit straight into your eyes for a second. You can't really see as the eyes adjust to the light and then to the dark again. It's really hard to see what's going on. He's grappling, moving, he's flailing, knocks something over nearby. There's a crash of a stool as it gets kicked over.
I'm gonna move in. I'm guessing I can move
Fast
and
as you
observe.
move, yeah, you move up. You're much closer. That brings us to, what's your number?
8.
You're up.
Do we hear him?
Yeah, can we
flashing-
hear all of this?
Flashing and knocking shit over.
You will soon, not very
Okay,
easily right
okay.
now. You're a little bit further on.
Okay.
What can I do?
What would you like to do? You're fast or
I
slow?
want it off of my face.
You can make an attack roll against it. if
I
you
want it
wish.
to be a floor hugger.
You can make a close combat attack, melee, or you can try and shoot it if you want.
Yeah, let's try and get rid of this thing.
There are negatives to shooting something at point blank. You'd suffer -3 dice, and you've already got a -2 on your agility.
Well, I'm gonna close combat it.
Okay.
Self.
Is this with the -2 or
Range
no?
touch.
No, that's on agility tests.
Sorry.
You're fine. You're fine.
Yeah, let's try and move.
Got it.
Oh,
Nicely done.
Oh,
There we go.
nice.
2
Two
successes.
successes, Doc.
This is no stress value.
And close combat.
Oh wait, do you get
Oh yeah, you get
agility
stuff.
roll or
You can pick your
Hey, Lamau.
was it an agility roll?
No strength.
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 Cool. Because I know he's a -2.
Close
to
combat.
agility.
Yeah.
I have a stunt. This is pull object from target.
Okay, yeah, you can pull it from you and like push it away, and it will unwrap itself. Oh, actually, I need you to make a drowning test at the beginning of the turn. It won't massively affect anything, but I do need to make the test.
How do I do that?
So, drowning.
Suffocating.
You need to make a
Narrative.
stamina roll at the beginning of the round.
Stamina.
Okay. Where?
So, stamina.
It's
Oh,
on
there it
strength.
is. Okay, so it's based off strength entirely.
You got a 6.
Yeah.
Oh, do you roll stress with that?
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
1.
Ooh, a 1.
Oh
Okay.
no.
But you don't fail the roll unless this goes poorly. So roll me a d6 plus your stress level.
No, you don't roll the. But you got a 1 on your d6.
+2 is 3.
Plus 2, so 3.
3. Yeah, you keep it together.
Okay.
So you manage to hold off from drowning. You manage to get a little bit of breath comes in. Tail grapple, tail lash.
I have no fellatio going on right now.
Okay. And yes, with that close
Tomorrow.
combat attack,
Tomorrow.
you just grab hold of it and push it away from you a little bit. I think you also do like 1 base point of damage for
Yeah.
just unarmed. So you smack it and you push it away, and it flops over a table nearby, skitters behind it.
I'm gonna fucking run. I'm gonna yeet myself out.
Okay, fast
What the
action
hell
move.
was that?
We're gonna get yoded.
Okay.
Do I hear that? As he yells, what the hell was that?
I want you, one of you, whoever's got the highest, to make an observation roll.
Not I, says the cat.
I've got 5.
I've got 4.
I have 3 for observation, so.
It's gonna be you.
Plus 2, because it's a relatively quiet area.
Nice.
Kermit, run away. Just
Plus 4. It's quiet out. It's dead quiet
Okay,
around.
all the dice.
Other than
so
us
many
just
dice.
kind of chatting,
I
lightly
can't hold
chatting.
all these dice.
Yeah.
What is this? Shadowrun? That was a 6. That was a 6.
Yeah.
That's cocked. I'm going to do that again in case I get more 6s. It's another 6.
Was that your 6 too?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it was.
Basically, this is you not initiating the roll, so you can't be stunned on it, but provided you
Or
pass,
sixes.
you pass it, you hear very clearly that.
All the 6s.
We'll get to that at the end of the round.
Okay.
Because the alien gets to go again on 9.
9, 9, 9, 9!
And it moves
9.
incredibly fast, skittering as you try and back away, its tail flicking back and forth, and it's going to attempt to... Really?
Yeah.
Really? A
Yeah.
1.
Suck it!
It's chosen its host and it knows it is coming for them. It skids forwards, single-minded, horrifyingly spider-like. The victim suffers +1 stress and must make an immediate panic roll. As you back away, your light going back and forth, you see it silhouetted as it moves forward, skittering in and out of the light, and it tries to go for you, but you manage to just back away a bit more. Take 1 stress level.
Okay.
Then roll a panic die. So 1d6 plus your stress level.
You're 5, 6, 7, 8.
8.
Give me the other paper.
Oh, okay. So that's Tremble again, because you currently are affected by Tremble, it goes up, so drop item. Where by stress, confusion, or the realization you're all going to die anyway, you drop a weapon or an important item, the GM decides which. Your stress level increases by 1. +1 stress, your gun, as you shake, falls out your hand to the side, clank, clank, clank.
Way to be a professional there, Marshall.
I'd like to see you in my place. We know how you react when things are floating about your mouth.
You still haven't...
Hey.
You still haven't
probably
even
be
had a
drowning
good
and
look at
dying
it
right
fully.
now.
All you've seen is
Right
shadows,
now.
this weird kind of mustard-coloured thing that wrapped around your face. You pushed off. You didn't even really get a full
Yeah,
look.
yeah.
And it's skittering after you. This is very strange, very weird. Everything's high tension right now. Top of the round, you guys hear something. You hear a shout, and you hear flailing. Then you hear a clank, and you hear a smash.
I immediately yell out, report!
I'm just like, what was that?
Okay, so that will get around to that on that turn then.
Okay, yeah, my gut starts, and I look at both of them, and I go, back, go.
Okay. Because you're not acting in combat time, you're a little bit slower on that because you're not jacked up with adrenaline, so that's kind of that turn. Okay, back into the initiative. Top of the round, 3. It's marked its target and it knows it's coming for them. It's going to attempt to actually try and... It keeps rolling terribly. There we go. 5. Face grapple. The facehugger leaps at its victim. Make an opposed roll with 6 base die against the target's close combat skill. Not counting as an action for the victim.
6 base die.
So your close combat skill versus me.
How many stress die do I get?
All of them.
Nice.
As you get stressed, you get better.
Good. Something's actually going to be useful.
How much stress do you have?
You got 6. I'd leave that.
I have 4 stress.
4 stress. Nice. 6
Yikers, dog.
2
Oh, no.
ones.
2-1.
Yeah, 2
That's
6s and 2 1s.
2
6s. Oh.
Very nice.
What does that mean?
You stress again.
Okay. Well, roll a d6 and add your stress to begin with. I also got 2 6s, so we're going to need to figure this out.
It does look like
1.
1.
5.
5. You keep it together a little bit. You're trembling, you've dropped 9, but you kept that bit
yeah.
together at least. I think since we just both got 2 6s, we'll just do a dice off.
Okay. 5.
2. Okay. Oh, actually, it doesn't require us to do that. If the facehugger wins, if the victim wins, since there's no thing in between, it gets back at you, tries to grapple onto you, and starts climbing up you. It's on you now, but it hasn't managed to fully latch onto you as you kind of put its tail away and it's in your hands and then squirms out trying to get back at your face. It's on you, but it doesn't manage to get at you. You don't manage to push it off either. And then it's back at you again. It's a bit too low. There we go.
It was getting in on that booby action.
Oh yeah. It is now your go.
My turn.
You can't really see anymore. The light's gone down. He's run away.
We have lights on her.
Yeah, the lights are only a little bit around you, so you can vaguely see his light has moved away down almost to the entrance of the room.
I'm gonna go grab that. And that's the gun, right? I can shoot.
The light you can see on the gun?
Dear
Sure.
God, don't shoot Kowalski.
Don't
I'm
shoot.
gonna have to
Oh my
sacrifice you.
god, he's gonna shoot.
I'm gonna grab the gun
Kowalski.
and I'm gonna shoot the alien.
That's on his face?
No.
It's on his body.
Is there negatives to that?
Yeah,
You
yes.
can shoot right through his face.
Yeah.
Not
You
the
can
alien,
move, you can then grab the gun.
Is that 2 actions?
That'd be 2 actions because fast is the move, and then you can take another fast or slow, but picking up the gun would be a fast action, so you take 2 fast. So you move, you grab the gun, you point it over in the direction, you can see something skittering up him.
Oh.
Now you're ready to shoot it if he pulls it off again.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm losing fucking
I hold?
fingers.
What are you doing? You can't hold, you're out of action.
Well, I'm obviously gonna throw this thing across the room.
Okay, make a close combat attack.
Yeah.
Eat.
Yeet.
What is such a word?
I got
Wow.
1-6, no fails.
Nice.
Okay.
But once I throw it, I'm fucking gone.
Run.
That's my other action. Is
Yeah, you can do a fast action to move afterwards.
Nos vemos.
Throw it off yourself. Oh, and she has armor, so I need to check his armor.
I hope you like skeet shoot.
Yeah, I know. He's like, oh!
You like push it off the side, it hits the wall and goes down to the ground. Its turn. You back away. You're almost visible. Like your back is just almost just around the corner from them. You hear them shout, "Report!" And then its final action for the turn, because it makes 2. I'm going to attempt that again. This time,
Nah, man. It's going for Peterson.
it isn't. It marked its target.
Oh, I'm still marked?
Yeah.
It wants you.
It does, man.
It wants you like a hot biscuit.
I got the strong genes.
This time, it leaps up, and again, the tail lashes out at you.
My Polish heritage.
That alien's like, nom, 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 nom.
I want some pole.
It grapples around your arm. This time, it grapples onto your front arm. The tail goes up behind and grabs around your arm, and you feel your arm constrict. You can't use your arm for anything, and it's attempting to move up. You make a panic roll.
Panic roll is
1d6 plus your stress level.
My stress level, yeah.
Hugwalski.
8.
His new last name.
8.
I think that was
Goes
the throw
up to
again.
tremble, goes to drop item, goes to
Yeah,
freeze.
I dropped the face hugger.
Unfortunately, you're not holding it. It's holding you.
At least someone finally will.
Oh.
Get in here!
We don't have time for fucking cuddles, okay?
That goes up to freeze. You're frozen by
the
fear or
fucking
stress for 1 round, losing your next slow action.
Oh no.
Your stress level and the stress level, all friendly NPCs in short range of you increase by 1. Stress and stress.
Ah,
And you're just around the corner from them.
Are we ever gonna get a turn?
No, you guys
I
aren't
don't know
allowed
if
to
I
do
want a
anything.
turn. The longer I'm not involved in this, the longer I stay alive.
So you guys said you're going to back away?
She told us to back away.
Okay.
I'm
Yeah.
listening to her.
I'm gonna do it.
Because
Yeah.
I'm stressed out.
I say, yeah, I simply run, find everybody, bar, take him to the bar.
All you heard was a clatter. You haven't, and you've heard a shout of like,
What the hell was
what the
that?
hell was that? You haven't heard like danger.
Kowalski's probably
Actually,
been at
when you
least a
say
little
that to
scared.
me, when you say that to me, I'm like, but what if someone's hit?
There's-
I should stay.
There's yelling.
I look at you, a very much woman, I will carry them to you. But can I roll? Is there like a survival to feel like something is wrong here, and there is no question about
I won't
it.
back up out of that room,
I don't even know.
but
It's not like we're just hanging out in the hallway. Like I'm hearing clattering. The marshal is not reporting after a report. And
About less than 6 seconds has gone by since you shouted report. Like, it's not like you've waited
Yeah.
a minute. Less
Okay.
than 6 seconds has happened. You heard, like, a stall get knocked over. You heard something go clunk. And then you heard a
Say,
what the
was
hell.
that? Yeah, what was that?
Rounds are at 10 seconds, though. And I've acted twice.
So there's a clank, and there's 10 seconds then since you said report.
When she does say back up, I back up, but then I
it's-
just say like I should stay. Just
there's clatter and some weird things. Okay, fine. You don't have to run. But I do tell them to back up, and I kind of put them
6 to 10
behind
seconds,
me.
something
And
like that.
I will listen to that. Just back up
and
there.
you hear the like as I test the.
That freaks me out a little bit.
Yeah, I just need to test it, make sure it's working.
Fast action works.
Thank God you took it.
I will say stay here,
I nod,
and I'm gonna just edge forward
and then I look.
to peer around the corner to see
Do you want to,
what's
like,
going on.
stealthy edge forwards? Or do you just move?
No, there's no reason to stealth. She doesn't believe that yet. She wants to check on Kowalski.
You move forwards.
Yeah.
What you can see is you see the back of Kowalski. He's trembling.
There's a light on him as I'm pointing
There's
the
a
gun.
light, like, you can't see very much because the light's shining over the back of him, silhouetting, and you can see, like, he's frozen, just, like, in fear.
Is there anything around that I could, like, use as a bludgeoning or, like, a weapon of some sort?
Make an observation roll.
Ah, shit.
Plus, minus the dark, plus you've been here a while, plus 1.
So...
I'm just like, if they've broken something in there.
Yeah. What is survival? That's a question I have. Like, what qualifies as a survival roll? Let's just really quick.
So if you want to check the rulebook, survival's listed in there. The stunts for it generally involve... the stunts aren't particularly helpful.
Here, I got you.
I got nothing.
Nothing? Okay. You look around, you can't really see anything in the dark as, like, people head away, the lights, and, like, you haven't been really focusing on looking for something as opposed to much, like, looking for a reactor, looking for a door. Doesn't see anything that's not bolted down. Okay, so your action for the round is to move in.
cold.
So next round, yeah, you're very cold, you're trembling. So next round, you will be drawing an initiative card.
Just cold.
Okay, so top of the round,
I'm not accidentally giving myself an extra.
facehugger.
Was it 0? Then we got cold.
Okay,
Yeah, we only have one.
the facehugger moves up your arm. You've frozen in fear.
TV will
TV.
be turned off.
Okay, I'll get that. Where did the remote go? There we go. Hide that TV. Right.
Hi, Lauren.
But as you're frozen in fear, your hand shaking, this thing skipping up your hand, clutching at it, cramping it up, you can feel the blood beginning to, like, get cut off. In a few seconds, it's there, really tight. The tail unwraps, jumps up to your face, latches on.
Again?
No. Jumps up to his face for the first time. It sticks over your face. Claws clamp on the back of your head and dig in deeply. You can feel something push at your face before you go unconscious.
Oh, something's going in your mouth.
There's like literally no reaction time for anything.
You can make a block
It's a
attack if you
deadly
kept your
game.
fist. Actually, no. This is the top of the round. You can make a block action. You can't against special attacks, so no. I make an attack. Roll, God.
That hope just dashed.
You can do a thing. I lied.
Well, yes, but actually no.
Okay, I got 4 successes on 6 dice.
So, about that trying thing?
Yep, not against special attacks.
Okay. Why?
Not against special attacks. Because you don't know how it attacks. Like, you can't block something you're not aware how to block.
I'm aware that it's trying to get to my face. It's trying to get to my face at
You're
least
also
4
frozen.
times. And
Oh, found it.
Okay.
feels a little weak. He's a military vet.
Okay. The last sensations are horrible, yet strangely loving. A firm but gentle caress around your head, a smothering sensation followed by a warm burst of oxygen-rich air filling their lungs. A deep sensation of slow motion falling. It's okay to fall asleep. As you collapse backwards. Santos, you see Kowalski go bang over.
Do I get an action?
We'll be out of combat now, so you see him go
okay.
over backwards. Shining light, you see Santos behind.
I run.
Get in!
I'm already
I'm running. I run to him, and I
Already odd.
sort of.
Can I get across?
They are here. And I am gonna start tugging at the legs.
To pry this thing off his face?
Yeah.
Ew.
Okay.
I'm not tugging at his legs.
No, I simply reach down and just like zap it.
Okay, so you're slightly closer. As you begin to tug at the legs, you notice the tail crushes around his windpipe and begins to choke him out.
Damn.
I run over
zap
and
it.
put the cow prod against it.
Okay, make an attack roll.
That would be close combat.
Yes.
Okay. I got
Plus
dice for
2,
this.
it's not moving.
Great. So that would be 5, 3, 2, and some stress die. Okay, so these were in here. That was a 6. 1, 2, 3 successes.
Okay.
And no failures. Santos ain't nothing to joke about.
No, she's a badass.
She's kicked Kowalski's ass a fair share of times. Yeah, and I will just kind of, I'll like, and zap it. I get 2 stunts. And since this is a close combat, That's a close combat blocking. Attack. I'm going to not only... Oh, I'm going to add a +1 to damage, and I'm going to pull the object off the target.
That makes sense.
The target is like literally wrapped around it, so you can't even really pull it off because it's now one with his head. Like it's fully wrapped around.
But when I zap it, doesn't it like... I mean, does the electricity do nothing to it?
Opponent drops held item.
Opponent drops...
It's like fully wrapped around. It doesn't even move.
Yeah,
Not even when I zap
when
it?
her...
No. That's the thing that
One
takes
of the options is opponent drops held item.
And literally, the thing is wrapped around, fully like the tail's locked around his throat.
Opponent clenched. Grapple.
But it doesn't take damage when
What's
does.
the point of having these stunts if we can't use them?
Not on an alien. On the alien, it's completely gone. It's not in combat anymore. But as you dive in and shock it with a prod, there's a crunch. And it falls to the ground dead. We look down Kowalski's neck, crushed.
Look at George's face.
Vera falls to her knees.
We're not there.
I turn and
can hear
look
it,
up
right?
at you,
We just
and in
did
a
that.
very hushed tone, I simply say, take the doctor. Take Rogers. Gather the people. And go to the cargo lift. Do you understand? How many people can you hold on your ship?
a whole bunch.
When the power comes on, you are to take the cargo lift to the top, and you are to get as many people as possible off of this fucking rock. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Go.
I look at this and I pick it up and I just shake it to make sure it's not moving.
It's very dead. It's steaming.
What the hell is this?
I don't know. And unless we want to find out, and she almost can't like look at Kowalski. This way, I suggest you start booking ass.
Damn straight.
What's going on in there?
I move through. You two, with me. I move out of
With you? Where are we going?
this. This happened. You get out.
Oh, you hold the thing
Wait,
up like...
he takes it?
What the hell is that?
I have
very
no
dead.
idea. You go get the people.
Where's Santos? And Kowalski?
She's looking after her friend.
If he's hurt, I need to help them.
I don't fit into this command structure. You need to go in there.
Guy, and he's not my
Kowalski's
superior.
hurt, she needs to get in there.
I go.
Okay.
If you go in there and you die, I have nothing.
Die? What is in there?
And I
Whatever that
go and see for yourself then, or leave. I'm off.
I need to see this.
Vera is hunched over Kowalski's body. Probably, she's not crying, but she's crying on the inside. And she turns and looks at all of you and she said, Kowalski is dead. Thanks to that thing.
I go down and check. I pull out my bag and I open it up and I have a medical kit.
Okay, let me just quickly check this. Can you make me 2 stamina rolls?
Sure. You get the plus stress, right?
No stress dice.
Yep.
Oh, damn.
2 successes
Okay.
on first. No successes on the second.
Okay. You get over. You look down at him, and as you're just getting there, his chest falls slightly. You can make a medical roll if you want.
Do I get anything for having a med kit with me?
I only gets 1 use, but you can use it to get a +1, I believe. You can double check the items if you need to.
I'll double check the items for now. I have a 6 and no failures on my stress.
Okay, yeah. Kowalski has a crushed jugular and is dead. The thing as well seems to be dead from what you can observe without making a roll on it.
Oh, I took this with me.
She's
Oh,
right.
okay.
It's not there. I'm leaving as per instructed.
She's right. Whatever that thing is, it
You're going to prep the shuttle, wasn't it?
must have crushed his
Yes.
jugular.
Okay.
What happened? I look at, I guess, the only person that's there, which is Santos.
I'm still stood there.
She's not speaking. She,
I'll stand in between her and obviously Kowalski. And I kind of just like hold her shoulders and I look at her. I'm like, I know this is probably not easy. You're gonna be okay.
she's
we'll
like,
get
it's not
past
about
this."
me anymore.
I know.
I've given him orders to take all the people to the cargo bay. Once the power is back on, the lift will go to the surface. You're all to get on board the ship and exit. Your quarantine?
We need to close off this area.
I'm aware, and I will handle it. But I need all of you now to leave.
You can't do this on your own. And if there's more of those?
Give me your gun.
I left. You told me to leave, I left.
I did. I told you to take them with you.
I tried.
Yeah, we ignored him and came up to you.
I look at all of them and I go, this is not up for negotiation. I need you to go help keep people safe. Whatever was in quarantine no longer is, and doors are standing open everywhere. I will close it from this side. Once I get the reactor on, it'll be enough to get the lift to the surface and to get people off this fucking rock.
What the hell were they doing in here?
Maybe when you get home, you can ask them that.
All right, we'll go back. Try and get the door sealed. I'll get a team posted on the other side of the door once you close it.
Nothing comes in or out of this area, do you understand?
Oh, our upload is flickering red.
You're dropping frames.
Dropping a shit ton of
The
frames.
sound is
lot.
holding.
Um,
Sure what that's about.
is anyone on the stream on their mobile devices?
No.
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 No, I have a PDF up, but like...
No.
No, then the PDF isn't going up and
Yeah.
down.
I'm not on the Wi-Fi.
Troubleshoot with the break.
Oh, it's gone green again.
It's going
it's
back.
changing.
It's cycling. Been noticing for about the last 10 to 15 minutes.
The only thing I have is the character sheet.
I noticed it because it was starting to drop frames there first.
Yeah, we
That's
are. We already noticed
Oh.
it. Bentham and I were talking to the mods about it.
Okay.
All right, we'll go back. We'll gather everyone.
And
I'll do
you.
what I can.
And Vera looked fucking right at Jeff with a look of like, oh, just such seriousness, and she says, "My boy, he needs to go with you."
I'm still holding her shoulder. I'm like, I'll make sure he's okay.
She says, "Stop talking and run."
I understand. If we hear nothing from you, we'll have to send someone else in, though.
We're sending someone else.
She says, "You'll hear from me on comms
All right.
when I get the power up."
All right. How long?
As soon as I can find the fucking reactor. I give you, and she checks the watch once again, that was gifted to her by her crew. You got 20 minutes.
All right, 20 minutes. Let's go.
I move.
Okay. Vera.
As soon as they're gone, oh my god, as soon as they're gone, she doesn't even have the gun anymore. Did you have any other weapons on you? Other than
I had
your-
the lights. I have my hit flask. Nope.
Nope. Okay.
I do have keys.
You have keys?
I have keys to everything.
Fuck yeah. Okay.
God.
Once they're gone, Vera takes a deep breath in a moment over the body of her dead lover. And she will
Okay.
she kisses him, and then she takes everything off of his body. The lights. She kisses him. The lights.
No, I'm talking to you.
Oh, I was like,
I'm knowing him.
lights,
Naughty,
keys.
Peterson.
You had some extra ammo, didn't you?
Yeah.
All right, if they
He
had
has the
weapons.
gun.
Don't matter. They had weapons down here. I'm gonna
Okay.
figure that out. I take the
You
ammo.
have one reload then, because one reload is in the gun, for the Magnum.
So a clip, like a full clip.
You also have keys to the arms locker.
Great. I take keys, lights, anything he had on him. I take with
Two
me.
lights,
Two lights.
key card,
Yeah.
and one speed loader effectively for Magnum.
That's it.
2 lights.
This was maintenance, right?
This is
I
quarantine
agree we should
containment.
leave her alone, but she's very adamant.
Yep.
These are her people. And
Further along, it does say maintenance and facilities.
okay, 2 lights, keys, and a clip. Which has what, 8 rounds in it, give or take.
We don't track ammo in this system. It's
Perfect.
effectively like if you make a panic roll when firing a weapon, you just
Fine.
run out of ammo.
Got it. Okay. All right. She looks right at him and says, "You dumb son of a bitch. All you had to do was go upstairs." And she'll keep moving. She's got to. So she's gonna run as fast as she can for maintenance, trying to keep eyes on things, I guess, as much as possible. But she's a 1-track mind now.
Make an observation roll, a -1 because of the dice.
Okay, so 2 die. Boop, boop, doop, boop. That was it. So, haha, 2 6s.
2 6s. Great. Observation. You can also ask, is there more coming at me? Are there more of them close by? How do I get in, past, or away?
More than close by. Are there more than close by?
No.
Great. Run for maintenance. Torch. I need in fast.
It's open.
Oh, great.
As you go through door after door after door, you find yourself in a room which seems to have a relatively newly installed 3-meter diameter sphere with big ribs sections around it and several couplings only half plugged in.
So it's a piece of tech.
It's the giant reactor.
Oh, it is the reactor. Okay, I recognize it as that. And I let
Seems
out
only half plugged in though.
Interesting. I look around to make sure that there are no other, I don't know, dead bodies lying around.
Yeah, you would see that there is one person, like down on the ground, kind of body ripped open along the back, and in the hand is a data slate.
Bodies ripped open? Like
Just
along
one
the back?
person, yeah.
I slowly creep in. I pick up the data pad. I need to see where they were at in diagnostics of getting the reactor up.
A datapad doesn't have that.
It doesn't
Datapad
have it?
just has a big warning logo that says, warning, Wellingutani, special order 939.
Great. Data pad goes somewhere. I tuck it in the lady pocket, and I immediately go for the reactor. I'll take some kind of assessment and figure out what is left to get it running.
Sure. Effectively, it just needs to be plugged in, turned on, and given a kick.
Great. I plug it in, turn it on, and give it a funds.
Okay, heavy machinery.
Great. Okay, heavy machinery says 3, 5.
And if you stunt, you can do it quicker. You might want to stunt.
Oh, yeah. This is perfect. Oh, you're right. This is a good stunt of using my stunt, and which adds what? Hang on, let me pull it up. I got this. Her stunt says, when the going gets tough, the tough gets going, and you're the toughest badass around. You don't
Hell yeah,
chat.
she is.
You can push any skill roll based on strength twice, not just once like other characters. Each push increases your stress level by 1.
Yep, so roll, and if you want to push the roll afterwards, you can.
Great. Okay.
I'd also say, by the way, for seeing the body of your dead lover, take a point of stress.
So that would be 4 6s.
You did get a 1 on a stress die,
Did get
but
a 1
many
on stress.
6s. Okay, roll 1d6 plus your stress level.
That would be 9.
9.
Ooh.
Drop item.
Data pad, right out the boob tube.
Yep. You don't see it, it just falls out as you're busy.
Yeah.
But it clatters off to the side.
Great. Like plugging it as fast as I can go, trying not to like cry.
4 successes. So, half the usual time,
Yes.
act quietly. And I'll say, if you want, okay, half the usual time, I'll let you do that several times to do it really quick.
Yeah, that's what I want.
Cool.
I want it as fast as possible.
With practiced ease and surprisingly like almost perfect reactions, you just go through grabbing hoses, attaching them, grabbing some cabling, sticking it in, spinning the core a little bit until it starts to rotate inside its ribbed structure.
Perfect.
And it starts going woo, 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 woo. Lights go on. Several doors go behind you and close into automatic closing mode.
Of course. That's okay. That means things, wherever they are now...
And you can hear a woo of the air processes in the background as they start to circulate
up.
air. Yeah.
Ooh, hi. Okay. I need out. The body on the floor, does it have a key card? Like a specialty like swipe card or something that accesses this area? Take it. I want to take it as well. Drop the data pad.
You didn't notice the draft.
Didn't know it, yeah, so I'm not worried about that, but I do grab the card off of it.
Yeah, it's like a lapel card. It says person's name, little picture, and you pick it up. It's got a little strip on the bottom which you can swipe.
Right, perfect. Is no cattle prod? An extra one? Great. Card, I'm out. I need to start swiping. I need to get out of this area. Put
Swiping
it back in
does
quarantine. Fuck me. So I'm locked in here is what I'm hearing.
It just flashes special order 939 quarantine.
Special order 939. I hate this fucking place. All right, she's going to... Ceilings? What are the ceilings like? I gotta get out of here.
You can still open the doors with your heavy machinery stuff if you want.
Oh, I
You've got
guess that-
plus
oh,
one.
okay, yeah.
But they're like some grates and stuff for like air circulation.
Oh my god. Okay, yeah. We'll use that maintenance jack. I gotta get them doors open one at a time.
I'll just say one roll's needed, and you can just get the I don't need to roll to overcome a similar threat if you get a success.
Okay. Okay, so 4 of those. 5 of these.
And you get +1 for related rolls
3
again.
of those, and 1 more for this. And how much more?
+1 for related, and +1 for the maintenance check.
Right, and that's an extra die, right?
Yep.
Okay, great. Okay, 1 success out of that massive pool. 2 successes. Oh,
2 success. Okay, you can open the door, and you don't need to roll against this exact same situation.
Beautiful.
Okay.
So I got to start going through doors one at a time.
It'll take you like 5-10 minutes per door. These aren't as thick as the outside door, but you've got to spend that time per door, but you don't need to roll. So you're just getting through the doors slowly. It'll take you about 20 minutes to 30 minutes to get out of the area.
Yeah. Okay. At this rate, yeah.
Like you're sweating, like the jack is plugging in, you're shaking a little bit as you do
I
it every
pull the
single
top
time.
of the jumpsuit
You
off,
shock yourself
tie-dye
like several
style.
times on like loose wires, like burning yourself a few times with the little like
Yeah.
sparks, but you carry on
I was
despite
gonna say
this.
that, yeah, despite it. And
You can push the roll if you want. You can take a point of stress
Oh, and
you
you
can
know
re-roll
what?
fails.
You know what? I have a +1 that I've been hanging on to, and it is for, in fact, heavy machinery. I earned it earlier.
Okay,
That I've
you
been
can
sitting
half the time. Oh no, +1 fair machinery. What?
Yeah, I took
from an earlier roll.
+1 to a later related roll.
Did you not add that? I told you to add +1 for that.
I thought you did.
Oh, did I use that? Oh, okay. So
if you want
called
to,
it.
you can take a point of stress to re-roll fails. And because of your ability, you can do that twice on the stress roll.
Let's get stressed out, people.
Okay, take a point of stress and re-roll all fails, which includes the stress die fails.
There were no
Is
stress.
that 2 points of stress or 1 point of stress?
I got 1 for him. That was my 4th.
Oh,
and then
okay,
1 for that.
okay.
Yeah,
Just-
so re-roll all non-6s.
That's everything. That's fine.
I moved your
Point
other
of
stuff already.
stress. You can take a point of stress and re-roll all fails.
Oh my
1, 2,
gosh.
3, 4, 5.
That would have been nice to know.
As I pass by
Okay.
Kowalski's body, my gut.
Taking
7.
bare minutes. You're just going.
Jesus.
In the next one. Next one. Next one. As you're going through door after door. Takes you like 5-10 minutes max. And you're going through relatively quietly and everything. You've got so many stunts. You can do all of this.
Great.
As you push back into the main facility.
The main door to this area, this like big quarantined area, it's sealed flat behind me. That was the very first door we walked through.
You open it, but you'd have to then close it behind you with the heavy machine because you're overriding the door. If you want to, you can close it.
I would like to close it
Roll
behind
to close
me.
it.
Great. Roll. So that's heavy machinery again?
Yep. -2 on this door because it's a big, thick, chunky door.
Okay, so that's 5. There's 4 of those. But I had a bunch of extras, so 5 and 3 and -1. Okay. But then I get a +1 from the maintenance job.
Sure.
Yeah.
And did you get an extra dice for yours because you're extra stressed? You have another stress die.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, I did from that.
And you've got +1 to all related rolls.
There's so many
This dice pool is getting so big.
Gigantic dice pool.
Okay, here we go.
Yahtzee.
There is a 1 on the stress die.
I did get a 1, but I got 2 6s.
Okay, roll a d6 and add your stress level.
4, 5, so 9.
Drop item. You dropped the
Jeez.
torch.
Great. The torch clatters to the floor, but I don't see it drop.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's how that works. Damn, I was gonna weld the door shut.
Otherwise, you'd just be able to just pick it back up, drop it, pick it back up.
But drop it. Okay, that's fine. The torch drops, but I still have the maintenance jack, correct?
Yeah, that's because of what you're using. You're like going in, you'd quickly.
Yeah.
The door goes. Crunch. As it goes over the torch. There's a.
I've been meaning to buy a new one of those. She tears ass. It's time. She turns and starts just hauling ass towards the bar.
Sure. You're going to the residential district, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I want to go to wherever the most people are. I want to just find people.
Okay. In which case.
Yeah, we're trying to gather the
Well,
people
I'm
and
sending
keep
you a
them
thing.
calm.
All right.
Basically, like first person I encounter, I'm like, "Where's everyone gathering?"
Would you rather play the bar person you met before or the stoic, quiet person she was talking to that you didn't get a chance to really talk to?
I'm indifferent. Hit me with whatever you got.
You as that person then. You can play the stoic, quiet person. Since you have to then try and mirror whatever the fuck I did, I can't remember now.
Like, well, power's up. Better get drunk.
Bar time.
You get to the bar. There's a few people milling about there, wondering what's going on, probably about 8 to 10 by this stage. You notice that Chrissy has got the bar pretty calm. She's giving out a few drinks here and there. And the friend she was talking to before is out front, toting a rather large weapon.
So, as we're assessing, who do I know is in control here then?
Chrissy seemed to own the bar, but doesn't seem to be...
Well, not her. I mean, military-wise, who would be the one who would...
There is no military presence on the station. 71 people.
Hierarchy-wise, who would be the person?
None of them, really. The barkeep is socially, but there's
we
no
are.
real...
Social
So
hierarchy
basically,
wise,
we
it's
have
the
the-
barkeep.
Well, not necessarily you. You don't have a rank here officially. You're a doctor.
Him.
He is.
That's what I mean.
He's in charge of everyone.
That's
on
what
the
I'm
station.
saying. Like
Yes.
I said, we are in this scenario. Then.
Yeah.
So that would be the answer is we are, or he is. I look to him and say, we need to gather everybody around, but keep them calm.
Yep. This is as good a place as any.
Okay. As you approach, Hassengrau. I know you've been given some short notice. Would you like to describe yourself?
He's foreheading, so I'm like, what is that?
Trying to quickly assimilate information.
Made a terrible mistake.
I have this gear.
Mm-hmm.
How?
Let's just say you didn't leave on the best of circumstances and you managed to smuggle some mech kit out.
What?
Oh no.
Apparently, I smuggled a pulse rifle.
Are you supposed to tell us that?
Probably not.
I
but
said I had
out of
but
character.
you said
You've got it on you right now.
Yeah.
Oh, just straight up carrying
I'm
the pulse
carrying
rifle?
a pulse rifle, and I have
And body armor.
and body armor.
You didn't leave on the best of conditions.
Okay, Jeffrey's gonna make note of that then, yeah.
Okay. What does he look like? I said he's a bit stoic and quiet, but other than that, what does he look like?
Vic Passengrau is late 30s, probably closing on early 40s. He looks probably a little alert.
Oh, just a little.
You would know him as likely viciously loyal,
When I've seen him,
specifically to those that operate this facility.
when I've seen him before, he's just been helping with the bar, right?
You would have a file on Vic, and he was discharged from the Marines for stabbing a superior officer.
Okay.
Oh no.
I told you to leave on the best of terms.
I will probably look around at.
He doesn't help at the bar. He's a friend of the barkeep.
Yeah, after
He's actually a minor.
After I say that to Rogers, I look and I see him, and then I look back at Rogers, and I'm like, I don't know where he got that weapon.
I don't care.
And with that, we're going to call a close to Act 2.
Oh my.
I want to just do a quick one and go to our friend here. What are you doing?
Oh boy.
So, we move back to the quarantine area, and we look not too far from where you were. Just take a left
Yeah.
down one of the corridors to a room filled with QB flashing lights, and you see Peterson plug something into a socket and just start typing.
Make me a contact roll. Because honestly, it might be easier if you're going to do the thing I think you're going to do to just give you the new thing in the break.
I suspected this from the very beginning.
Oh yeah. Like I said, right whenever he
When he arrived,
but out of character or in character, I wouldn't have. Yeah.
well, he was trying to talk to my people, and that.
In the history of playing
I
any
wasn't
games
there.
with Josh, I've only known him to play one good character. The rest of them are turds.
Well, let's put it this way: we didn't make these characters.
We did not.
made
You
these
made these characters.
I got 2 successes. And on context, I can stunt.
And no.
Quiet Geek says, of course Josh is the corporate spy.
Yeah.
Of course.
Half the usual time would be a good one in this case. But you could go for new unexpected information, hide your tracks, show off, don't ever come again. You show off to the camera.
I could show off. There's no point in that, though.
Oh,
I'm going to go with half the usual time.
Okay. We see you quickly typing, hands going unbelievably fast over all of this as you download data onto the drive you have. We see something pop up saying, Special Order 939, which says maintain quarantine, maintain the specimen. Pull up the exact notation on my phone because that's where I have the thing stored. There we go. It says, protect specimen, maintain station quarantine, disallow communications. As you can see, it says communications offline. You download the data, and you start going. Do you go to the shuttle bay?
Oh, I make sure that there's power to the lift.
Oh, there is. It gets turned on as you're leaving.
That's
All the
convenient.
doors start to close in front of you. If you're going to try and get through the doors, you need to make a mobility roll.
A mobility roll? Oh, damn, okay.
I hope I trapped you in here, you asshole.
I get crushed.
Crushes them.
Wrong one. Where is it? There it is.
Shit, I told Dad that I did the thing.
1, 2, 3. And then 4 stress. That is one success.
You just managed to just about get in. You get in. I think it's very tough because there's several doors. I'll let you get through all the doors, but you have to leave an item behind, and it'll be your put computer. It's a bit bigger and bulkier.
Yeah, okay, I drop this big thing.
Yeah, like the door kicks behind you, the computer on the other side, you just let go of it, leave the put computer behind as it closes.
Can I make things worse?
Oh no.
Sure, how do you want to do that?
Can I put a thing in the computer that will release the quarantine at some
You
point?
didn't manage to get enough stunts to do that, sadly.
Okay,
But,
fine.
you know, lovely, but no. Do you go to your shuttle?
Yeah, and I make sure that as soon as I leave, they can't follow.
Okay.
Doesn't he have to roll something to make sure he can't follow?
I'm gonna, see.
Make me a contact roll.
I borderline wanted to play
Minus
the
2.
little girl. I wanted to be an unbearable little shit. And that's
I thought you might like a big gun.
yeah. I had a big gun before.
This is a much bigger gun.
That is nothing. Can I spend stress at this point?
If you want to push the roll, or you could just get away. It's up to you.
No, I'm gonna spend stress so that screw you guys. Reroll. One success.
Stress die.
Oh yeah.
1d6 plus your stress. You do succeed though.
Can I get like sliced up by an alien? That's 4 plus. That's 8. No, that's 9.
9. Drop item.
What do I have to drop? I dropped the gun. Someone else can have
Yeah,
the
you
gun.
drop the gun and it goes cling, 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 dun, 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 dun.
One of us will find that later.
All the way down, you see the light spinning, and there's just xenomorphs just rotating.
As you run to your shuttle, you get in the shuttle. The back closes up, begins to take off.
Peace.
Make me an observation roll. Because it's kind of happening out of sync in time.
Okay, yes, totally. Observation's not my best thing, but I may take a stress. We'll see how it goes. 3, and that's it. And plus my 4, 5. Way. So much stress.
A lot of helping though. You got a
1,
6?
and then 2.
But there's a stress.
Okay, make a stress roll. This is kind of happening out of sync. Because we've kind of jumped back and forth in time.
That's an 11.
11.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Seek cover. Use your next action to move away from danger and find a safe spot if possible. You're allowed to make a retreat roll if you have an engaged enemy. Stress level is decreased by 1, but stress level of all friendly pieces in short range doesn't count. It's increased by 1. You can act on later. Okay, so you end up spending a little bit of time after the doors close, huddling. But with the observation roll being a pass,
Okay.
you did see and
you
quickly
can
just
jump.
grab the put laptop.
Yeah, I did.
But after the doors close behind you, you kind of you spend a turn. Your stress is decreased, but you have to huddle for
Yeah,
a
in a
good
moment.
minute just to be like gather your wits.
Yeah, that seems reasonable.
And with that, I'll be giving you a new character.
Can I play him again later if he comes back with the laptop?
We'll see.
I went to Smash.
With that, we're going to go to a break. We'll play a lovely long Medicine Sans Frontier video so you can enjoy seeing the charity that we're supporting. There is still time to donate. I don't know what we're on right now. My brain is too busy trying to many track mind things. But we'll be going for about half an hour. I think our food should, in theory, be on the way. And arriving, it is on the way right now. So yeah, we'll be away for 10 minutes and we'll be back shortly. Feel free to get some food yourself. Not people.
Bye.